Holding the breath without proper training is not safe. It's a journey to the self. Pranayama is the highest type of austerity. I don't breathe, it's finished.
Breathe in, breathe out.
My name is Jaiveer. My roots are in India. I have been living in Europe since 1985. I was young, I was adventurous, wanted to see the world, read about Europe from friends. Then I also wanted to study. I landed in Germany and in Weil am Rhein, actually. And it's at the border of Switzerland and France.
But you started yoga in India.
I started in India. I was practicing for myself. Then it was my brother's suggestion that you already have a background in yoga. Why don't you do some formal studies in yoga? Since 2006, I am teaching yoga full time. It's a passion and profession.
So let's talk about yoga. On your website, you have written that yoga is not workout, it's rather work in. What does it mean? Please explain.
Because it's an inner journey. It's a journey to the self. It's not about sweating. It's not about working hard. And now, many people, not only in West, also in the East, yoga has become like a workout. And it's about sweating or fast movements or
Like
dynamic.
Ashtanga sweating.
Yes,
per hot.
you mentioned the name, but I did not want to mention any names. But especially since 1970s, a couple of things happened. Since when the yoga started coming to West, the big yoga teachers, they adapted to the Western market.
They changed the concept of yoga.
Correct. And then they adapted to the concept of fitness. So then came up the yoga studios.
So they were good salesmen. salesmen.
Then came the yoga studios, then came the one time in the week yoga. But yoga is more about consistency, it's about regularity. And why it's not a workout? Most of the practice in yoga in West is asana. There's the postures. And the definition of asana, which is stable and comfortable. So there is no dynamic. We go slowly in the pose, we stay in the pose, and we slowly release the pose. And most important factor is the awareness. We are doing with awareness. It's not about the burning of the calories, it's about saving the calories.
Ah, very interesting.
Because we put minimum efforts. And yoga is one of the very effective ways for physical health and mental health. And I say it's effective because with minimum efforts, with minimum spending of energy, you gain much more. So this is the reason I always emphasize that yoga is an inner journey, it's a work in. It's not about work out.
So we are practicing keeping awareness constantly on something.
Awareness on your breath, on your body, on your pain if there is pain. Like our awareness, if possible, I say that it should not go away from the mat.
What is the advantage actually of practicing that? What is the benefit?
With the awareness, we observe and we understand ourselves. The main aim of the yoga is like spirituality, but even spirituality means nothing hocus pocus, it's just knowing who am I. This is the spirituality, and it's an inner journey. And with the awareness, you're getting the stability, being steady, you're going to observe more about yourself. And it's no competition. In workout, there might be competition.
So we just compete with ourselves, maybe, or even not.
Not even competing with ourselves. It's observing ourselves, and the striving for perfection is not required. We start where we are.
So it's not for the progress, but progress is the outcome.
Progress happens.
Exactly.
Progress
like
happens,
a
yes.
byproduct, but it's not the goal.
It's a byproduct. Looking good, having a good shape of the body, they are all the byproducts. they happen. Flexibility, it happens. It's not the goal. And in workout, there is a goal. There is a goal, there is a competition. And another thing which I want to mention is the concept of fitness center. Workout is totally new. Because before industrialization, we didn't needed these things. Before the Industrial Revolution, people were going to the forest, they were cutting the wood, they were bringing the water.
It was a lifestyle.
It was a lifestyle. So this is the reason in the classical yoga, this part, how you say the big muscles, legs, arms, they are not given much importance. Importance is from the top of the head till base of the spine and everything which comes between. This is given importance. So basically spine is given important. And in the workout, this is
The
given
muscles.
important. This is the differences for the workout and work in. It's an inner journey.
So what is pranayama? Is this part of yoga or this is some other concept or training?
Pranayama is mentioned much before the Hatha Yoga came. And what we are practicing mostly in West is the elements of Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is starts with the body, breath, then goes to the mind. The pranayama is more the breathing technique. Pranayama is the highest type of austerity, tapas.
Of what?
Austerity. Austerity is something like which requires discipline, a kind of highest discipline. And this was mentioned, pranayama is the highest kind of discipline. It was mentioned already maybe 400, 500 years before Christ in Upanishads.
Does it go together with the exercises of yoga?
No.
This is separate.
It's the roots, the mention, the references are much older. The references are more than
So it was before the exercise.
before 3,000 years. In Upanishads, pranayama is mentioned. In Bhagavad Gita, pranayama is mentioned. It's the union of prana and apana. The concept is very old of pranayama. Patanjali Yoga, it mentions more specifically that pranayama is done after getting established in the asanas, after getting established in the postures. Then comes the pranayama.
So healthy body first, or health or awareness.
Awareness and the ability to sit properly. Sitting properly. This is the main preparation for the pranayama. Then came one of the first texts of Hatha Yoga, and then it came to practice more.
Okay, so it's quite recent actually. It's not that ancient.
The pranayama practice is ancient,
But the Hatha Yoga.
but the references are, the texts came later. In the book forms, it came later. Coming back to your question, what is pranayama? Pranayama is prana, is breath, and I feel it's very important to differentiate between breath and air. And pranayama is prana is breath or vital energy, and ayama is the restraining of breath. Restraining, holding of the
Like
breath.
breath hold.
It's this is the actual difference of pranayama. So the pranayama has actually three components: taking the breath in, holding the breath, and exhaling. So this is the actual practice of pranayama, and the pranayama is the main practice of Hatha Yoga. Main practice, and unfortunately, we devote very less time for pranayama.
And the goal is the same, or
The Hatha Yoga has its roots in Tantra. And in Tantric, there is a concept of Kundalini.
okay, there's a lot.
No, it's okay. Just I wanted to tell you the spiritual aspect. In the Kundalini is our potential energy at the base of the spine. And with this help of pranayama, it's raising our consciousness. Perhaps you must have heard about chakras. They're very popular now.
It's a buzzword, but there's way more to it, I can tell.
Yes, but it's about with the chakras. It's opening of the chakras, piercing of the chakras through the Kundalini. And the main one of the main purpose of pranayama in Hatha Yoga is raising of the Kundalini. This is one aspect. Even if we forget this aspect, for us, pranayama helps in controlling the mind. Mind means the emotions. So we do not become slave of our emotions. Pranayama helps to control the mind. This is the main purpose. And the other purpose from coming from the Hatha Yoga is the therapy. Because Hatha Yoga they gave different pranayamas for different ailments, for different seasons. So it's also therapeutical.
So it used to be maybe medicine at some point in time.
Of course, it's a therapy, but it's a therapy. But the concepts they used for therapy or mentioning the diseases, they have taken from Ayurveda. So the concepts of Ayurveda and Hatha Yoga, Pranayama go together.
Very interesting. You mentioned holding the breath. Is it safe actually to stop breathing and restricting breathing? I assume it is, but if we just do it like at home without any teacher,
it's not safe without practice. I have a friend who is he also teaches breath work, and he's quite an expert, and many teachers come to him also. Then he mentioned me that many yoga teachers are suffering from negative effects of pranayama.
Okay.
Holding the breath.
And you mean Western teachers or in general?
General. Because holding the breath without proper training is not safe. And it's surprising. For no posture there is a warning given. There is no warning given that it's dangerous. But for breathing, pranayama, they have given so many warnings. And so I feel that pranayama is not to be blamed. That pranayama is dangerous. Doing pranayama in the wrong way is dangerous.
Can you give example? What is the wrong way?
Wrong way is, for example...
Too much.
Too much, yeah. Too much means, for example, too much exhalation.
Like completely out.
Completely out. More than our capacity, it damages the heart. Holding the breath more than our capacity, I will explain later what our capacity means according to myself. Holding the breath for a long time damages the lungs. Friction in the nose while breathing in and breathing out damages the brain.
What is friction in the nose?
Friction is the breath should be silent. For example, we use nose for breathing and also for smelling. And sometimes we have to smell intensive. For example, we are smelling one perfume or a wine. We use this. We sniff. Sniffing for a long time damages the brain. So the breathing should be slow. So in pranayama, except in one, there is no friction in the nose, never. Friction, it can be here, but not here. So the breath is silently. So then there is no damage. And going over the capacity, we should not hold the breath so long that we feel that we have to breathe out immediately. We should not breathe so long that you have feeling that I have to breathe in immediately. So the urge for taking the next breath or breathing out should not be there. Everything should be comfortable.
I understand.
And then slowly you can raise your capacity.
Yes.
And what the text says, we train wild animals. Breath should be tamed very slowly. They mention so big warning, otherwise the breath will kill the practitioner. So it's doing wrong way is very dangerous.
Yes, I read one pranayama book like 1 year ago or 2 years ago, and I tried some exercises and I felt they are not healthy for me.
Of course.
I just felt that.
Yes.
And I didn't enjoy this at first. And so I stayed with my easy, I stayed with Buteyko method. I know, maybe you know it.
Yes, I
I
know
see it
Buteyko.
still as a part of pranayama anyway, because it's also a form of restricting breathing.
Yes.
So I kept the easy exercises, but then the progress was there.
Yes.
And now at this point of time, I feel I'm able to do some basic pranayama exercises, I think. But the question is, if it's risky, if it's maybe dangerous sometimes, is it not better just to stay breathing by instinct, by intuition? Just let it flow, how it is?
The intuition has become, nowadays it has become very romanticized in our society. Everything bio, everything organic. These buzzwords, intuition, I feel, is also one of the buzzwords.
Okay.
And for me, I have to differentiate between two kinds of intuition. One is trained intuition, trained and earned intuition.
Okay. So
Trained, you have to train it. And another one is lazy intuition.
Okay.
And the trained intuition for me, Christoph, it's not a sixth sense. It's a byproduct of any particular skill or an act when we repeat it many times, when we practice it with repetition, understanding and repetition. When we do this, then comes the intuition. Like in martial arts,
I understand.
you have to, or like music.
Or, well, I wanted to say that, playing instruments.
Music, yes. When you practice it, it comes. And same, we should first train the body with awareness to breathe it properly. After you have done the training, no need, body breathes with intuition. Otherwise, sometimes I tell also, do not breathe through the mouth. Then say, my instinct tells me that I should breathe through the mouth. Okay, I say that only in emergencies breathe through the mouth. Otherwise, your instinct is the lazy instinct which is making yourself comfortable. So I differentiate between the trained instinct, which comes after a lot of practice, which you train, is a byproduct of repetition and understanding of a skill.
That's a good starting point for a longer discussion, I think. Because I don't want to change the topic of this, but I would say that real intuition is even something else than this. Like the instinct is one thing, of course.
Instinct is a different thing.
Instinct is something else.
Instinct is inborn.
Yeah.
And there are some things, your ability to recognize the pattern, it can be a part of the instinct. But the intuition is a byproduct of your repetition, of seeing the pattern.
What is a gut feeling then? What is a gut feeling?
Gut feeling is same like intuition, but it comes with the training. A good doctor, when the patient comes in, after watching, he will already know 50%. Any practice, especially in yoga, 1 hour on the mat, 1 hour with proper awareness helps that the rest of the 23 hours we can live well without awareness.
I will change the topic a little bit.
Please.
I used to meditate, it was like not really a practice, but life really kind of forced me into meditation. It's a long story, not really relevant, but what I noticed by just meditating or sitting just doing nothing, to be really silent, like without, just trying to relax and not even thinking about anything, just keeping on breathing. Then some kind of intuition wakes up, and like the best ideas.
For me, this is getting a clarity.
Yes, yes, exactly.
What's inside you actually, in your subconscious.
Clarity is the best word.
Yes, and the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which is like which gives all the background or the fundamentals of yoga, it mentions the pranayama helps removing the curtain or the veil of unclarity. It helps you.
Yeah, you explained this exactly.
Yes, and it helps you for concentration, for meditation. And in meditation, you see things clearly. It's the clarity, I think.
So yeah, it's you described it exactly how it felt, like really, like removing all the dust, kind of.
Yes. It's this. It's clarity, and it's inside you, Christoph. What you mentioned, this project, you were thinking subconsciously, and so. And
so this is still fitting the definition of yours.
Yes.
The neurons were connected, and they just.
Yes. Then is the clarity. Then it comes up here.
I would be very interested to know this process, what actually happens on the inside, like from the science perspective, but maybe. But yeah, the breath slows down.
Of course, it slows down.
But it's also an outcome of just being still.
The Buddhists, they were also at the time 400 years, 500 years before Christ. There was one text which mentions that if you are unable to control your mind directly, then start with Hatha Yoga. So it means that Hatha Yoga was not a higher type of yoga.
But you said Buddhists.
Buddhists, yes.
They reference to
Hatha Yoga.
Hatha Yoga.
So Hatha Yoga was it was not seen very respectful kind of yoga. Hatha Yoga was the persons who were not very intelligent, who could not sit calmly, who could not think clearly. For them, it was suggested start with Hatha Yoga. For example, in Poland also he is popular, J. Krishnamurti, one philosopher. You can have a look. Till recently, many insulted practices of Hatha Yoga. Only since 1926, since the scientific evidences came out of the practices, Hatha Yoga has become a respectful. Otherwise, Hatha Yoga was not very respectful.
So before I start with practicing pranayama, do I need to practice yoga first? Do I need to practice some positions?
Pranayama is a part of yoga. And whether if we need to practice some asanas or body postures before pranayama, if we are calling the practice pranayama, then we have to practice before the body postures.
Okay.
But if we are taking the elements of pranayama, then sitting properly is enough.
Just sitting?
Sitting properly is enough for... But we cannot call it pranayama completely. But we can be honest to ourselves that we are taking some elements of pranayama. Because pranayama definition itself means restraining of the breath in the body. But it's dangerous for people without practicing the asanas. But we can do breathing exercises, taking the elements of pranayama on a lower level without holding the breath. This can be practiced by anybody. But if we call it pranayama, it's different thing.
Do I need a teacher to start with some basic exercises?
Teacher is needed, but today, like in almost all scriptures, there is no knowledge without teacher. We have to start with a teacher. Though I know some persons, they claim that they have developed their skills, their practice without any teacher. But they have taken the help of the books. Books are also teachers. So somewhere we have to start with the trust first, then see after some weeks whether what the teacher is telling is correct or not, whether it's working positively for you. If yes, then continue the practice.
So yeah, for me it was a book in the very beginning that's about Buteyko method, and I tried some exercises and they worked for me like immediately, like right away, and I felt progress and just kept on doing that.
Yes.
The next day and then 6 months,
Yes.
and I was able to switch from mouth breathing to nose breathing,
And interesting.
and everything changed. Like that was huge change in my life, really. So for me, the teacher was a book.
Yes, because the books, the words, for me, they are living organisms. They are, how you look at it, they are not dead. And they change the meaning with your understanding. The same book, if you read maybe after a couple of years, it will give you different meaning.
Because you are finding in yourself
Yes,
something that
yes,
resonates
yes,
maybe.
Yes, and they're reflecting. And one always find a teacher, Christoph. One always find a teacher. In form of books or videos or whatever.
If you are looking for something,
Yes.
then
Yes, if you're curious, teacher will come to you. There is a practice of cleaning the noses and Kapalbhati, many practices which prepare for pranayama. And one simple, it's called Brahma Mudra. Brahma is the creator in Indian mythology, and he has or had 4 heads. 4 in 4 directions. So we are imitating the practice. It's with straight back. Shoulders are not moved. Only the neck is moved. Only the neck muscles is moved. It goes in 4 directions. And along with the neck muscles, we also use the eye muscles. And we synchronize with breath. We breathe in. Breathing out, chin goes to the left. Vision goes to the left. Continue breathing. And with breathing in, slowly come to the middle. Continue right breathing out. Give a good stretch. Also to the eye muscles. Breathing in, come to the middle. Continue breathing. Now there is a risk for injury if you do not do it properly.
do I do a breath hold when I'm in this position?
You continue.
Without
holding the breath. And the other direction is going up. Then it's giving the stretch here till here, rather than concentrating on the back. It's more the front side. Then the vision goes tip of the nose. And then it goes down. Then vision goes middle of the eyebrows. And both these points are relating to the prefrontal cortex.
So we are relaxing like a face.
We are relaxing, we are concentrating, concentration comes here. We do it one round together. It's no holding of the breath. When we come this, we are continuing breathing, and then for bringing to the middle, we breathe in, then goes breathing out. We do one round together. Breathe in. Breathe out slowly to the left. Vision to the left. Continue breathing. Start breathing in, come to the middle. Breathe out to the right slowly. Continue breathing. Breathing in, come to the middle. Continue breathing. Breathing in. Chin up. Give a good stretch to the throat till the chest. Vision, tip of the nose. Breathing out. Chin down. Pull up your chest. Continue breathing. Vision, middle of the eyebrows. Breathing in, come to the middle. This I would suggest a couple of times.
But this watching here is weird. It feels like
Dizzy.
yeah.
One has to get used to it.
Yeah.
And this is the preparation. And we do couple of rounds. It's called Nadi Shodhan. It's alternate nostril breathing. We do it without holding the breath. And just for getting the experience, we do one round with holding the breath. You're right-handed? Okay. Right thumb is used for closing the right nostril. And the important is not too much pressure,
Yes. Okay.
but enough pressure
To close it.
that both the inside skin of the this part and middle part, they come in contact, because they also have the nerve endings connecting to the brain, and it helps breathing out slow more. And for the left nostril, we replace the thumb with the ring finger mostly, and little part of the little finger. So best would be, it's a little bit practice. The first two fingers go down, breathe out, close the right nostril, just expand your chest, breathing in happens. Close the left nostril, open the right, breathe out slowly, and use your abdomen, take it in, use the diaphragm. Breathe in from the right nostril. Close the right nostril. Open the left nostril. Breathe out from the left. This is one round. Breathe in from the left. Close the left. Open the right. Breathe out very slowly from the right. Breathe in from the right. Close the right. Open the left. Breathe out slowly. And relax. This is very safe practice.
For how long should I do that?
You can do for 10 rounds at least. 10 rounds means it will come to around 3-4 minutes.
So each round is left and right.
No, that's half round. We start breathing in from the left, breathe out from the right, that's the half round. Breathing in again from the right, breathing out from the left, that's one round. And minimum, I would suggest 10 rounds. And 10 rounds means for the beginning it will be 3 or 4 minutes. It will not be more.
So what are the prerequisites? The posture?
Sitting properly. Sitting properly means with a natural curve.
Can I sit like this? Or
Of
this
course,
is...
you can sit also like this. It's a natural curve behind, and the natural curve little bit above, but it's and sitting like this, like you're sitting on the knee, on the it's called Vajrasana. This is also perfect.
I don't know, I prefer that.
Yes, it's good. Knees should not be above the hips. Knees should be down. Then the diaphragm can work properly. There should be no contraction. And if you're sitting like this, the way you're sitting, it's also good.
In the book about pranayama, I've read about some breath holds together with some kind of blockages of the energy or the breath flow. Can you tell us more about that?
When we are holding the breath inside, this is dangerous without practice. The first risk is ears and brain. And for this comes it has different effects. It has, first, I'm talking about precautionary measures. After breathing in, chin goes down.
Just like that?
No, it's not just, we take a gulp. We breathe in, we take a gulp, then we close.
Gulp like swallowing?
Swallowing, yes. Then we take the chin down. Then it's protected, then this part is protected. And then as it goes down, then we contract our pelvic. We contract the pelvic, then the abdomen goes little bit inside. So first lock is chin lock, second lock is the root lock, third lock is the abdomen lock. It's called Uddiyana. And when we are releasing, when we start breathing out, then we push the abdomen as much inside as possible. So these are the three locks. Purpose is, it's raising the energy. It's, how you say, like the Eskimos. They have so many words for the snow or for the ice because their intuition, the trained intuition, they can see much differences. And the same is with pranayama or with prana or with the breath. Those who were involved in these practices or those who were experts in these practices, they could differentiate the breath in the body according to the different locations and different functions of the breath. It's not just air in, air out. It's much more physiological and psychological.
So I was thinking about that, how someone invented these locks and pranayama exercises, and my answer was that these people who were practicing, they had these moments of clarity, and they just well, it's not invented.
It's not invented. You're absolutely right. They had the clarity, and another thing is, Christoph, in Indian tradition, now it's changing. Like all the old texts, like there is no inventor of yoga. There is no inventor of any religion in India, except for the Buddhism came later. Earlier, it existed, and all the philosophies, there are many books, but no author gives importance to his name nor to the date. They say, this is not my effort, this is not my work. Once I was called by one school in Germany. They said that there is a yoga group which they want that I should teach. This yoga group exists since 35 years. Since 35 years.
So they are experienced.
They are experienced.
They think they are experienced.
They are experienced.
There.
But they on the phone call. And then I was nervous. I said, they are 35 years yoga practice. What can I teach to them? Then I said, okay, I will try. I went there. And this 35 years is once in a week. During the holidays, no practice. I start today from here. I practice. I come till here. 1 week I have a break. I do not start from here.
You go
I
back.
start again from here.
Ah, okay.
So it's 10 years of practice, once in a week breathing.
So this is what exactly happens to me, because I'm not regular yoga practitioner. I just do it now and then, and that's why there's no progress.
Yeah, regularity is important.
And what is regularity? Do I need to do this every day?
Almost, yes.
Almost every day.
Yeah. It's almost every.
Yeah.
Like my students, they say, I can understand them. Mostly they are, how you say, ladies, mostly are females. And I can understand they have much work. They have to take care of the household and they also work and children also. They say we do not have time for breathing practices. I said, how many minutes can you live without breath? First step, at least be aware you are breathing for 5 minutes or 3 minutes. This is the first practice.
That's a lot already.
Yep, this is it. Regularity is there.
Is it good enough to use YouTube to practice yoga daily? Or it's not the best teacher?
If you find the right one, yes. As I said, yeah, today is, the world is different. Yeah, we have to adapt.
Should I practice the same exercises daily, or this can be different session every day?
I am teaching since 2007. And my practice, I say first 30 minutes, I say it's not yoga.
First 30 minutes is not...
Though actually now everybody calls yoga. For me, it's not yoga.
It's just a warm-up.
It's a preparation Because in yoga, again, I've come to one sentence. Most important thing in between workout and work-in, efforts are relaxed. And in the preparation, efforts are not relaxed. Then I gave a break. Break means relaxing. Then I say now 60 minutes is the yoga practice. And this 60 minutes of yoga practice since 2007 is same. I have not done any change.
Oh, wow.
It's same. And still you go deeper and deeper. You don't need much. Between 12 and 15 postures, they are more than enough for good physical health, mental health, and even if you want enlightenment, they are more than enough.
What you teach is Hatha Yoga.
I teach Hatha Yoga.
So it's a sequence that you repeat over and over.
Always. Most important, Christoph, that the spine is trained in 6 directions.
6 directions.
Forward, backward, right, left. These are the 4, 5th, 6th. This is the most important. Then when the spine is trained, this is the most important.
Let's say someone follows you and comes to your sessions daily or weekly, and there's progress, so you make the level more difficult? No, you just...
The level is same, the body is different. Somebody can reach here, somebody can reach here. It's same. For example, in one class, the youngest one is 30s, eldest is 91. They do the same exercises, but only they do according to their capacity.
Okay, and breathing is part of this or not?
Yes, after first we do the postures, but even the postures are done with the help of the breath. And in the end, after the relaxation, we do pranayama practice with holding the breath.
So the question is, what do you think about the technology? Do you use technology yourself?
I do use technology. Like I said, I use a metronome, and then I use an app, breath app, for keeping the ratio of breathing in, holding the breath, breathing out. It helps me because I don't have to look at the watch. I can just hear the voice and concentrate more with myself. And I know with the technology, the new technology with the taping, actually it should have been our natural instinct for breathing through the nose. It should have been natural intuition, but...
reflex of the muscles.
Yes. But technology can be used if it provides benefits.
But do you measure something yourself?
don't.
You don't use...
My students measure. They measure the heart rate and they measure the frequency, and so I don't know. But I do not measure. What I measure myself, which nostril is more active. This I measure. But I do
How
not...
do you measure that?
I measure with my hands or sometimes with the glass, with the mirror. I exhale on the mirror. Then comes the two, which one is more dominant. And in our school, they found out that most of the chronic diseases are when only the right is active. Most of the chronic. I used always to ask, why we have 2 ears? They can give explanation. Why we have 2 eyes? Explanation is given. 1 mouth, more than enough. Explanation is given. But why we have 2 nostrils? Till recently, no explanation was given.
Why we have 2 parts of the brain?
And with this nostril, now slowly they are coming. With the help of the understanding of yoga, they are coming.
That's a good question, actually.
Yes. Otherwise, if you just want to take air in, air out,
Would be one would be enough.
one would be enough. Yeah.
Yes, interesting.
Yeah.
So the answer would be different quality of the energy.
Energies. One student asked me, anyways, I am breathing. What is the difference between right and left?
But the air is the same under your left nostril and your right nostril.
But it becomes different when it goes inside. My answer was the difference is day and night. Right is the day, left is the night. Is the sun, is the moon. Right is the sun, left is the moon. Hatha Yoga is this. ha and tha.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was very interesting interview. I think I have even more questions now, to be honest. Actually, there's one more question. Last question that was asked by previous guest. The last question is, you've seen that in email. What would change for you if you wouldn't have to breathe? So it's kind of abstract, but let's see what comes.
My body will not breathe. But the second part of my answer, whether do I need after my body is not there to breathe? So I cannot answer fully. I can only answer half, that my body will not breathe. My body will perish if I don't have chance to breathe. But whether I need to breathe is a different thing, Christoph.
So breath is life.
Yeah, this is body needs to breathe. Body needs breath. If breath it out, it's finished. For the body, it's finished. But again, in the scriptures, it's mentioned there is different kind of breaths, vayus in our body. One lives after the death also. Yeah. So this I can only experience it. I cannot give 100% answer.
We don't know what happens then.
We do not know. But according to the scriptures, like our gross body needs breathing, and even the subtle body, after the gross body perishes, subtle body also has breath. The causal body, it doesn't have it.
Is this already spirituality, or
This
what
is-
is this knowledge? It's not yoga, it's not pranayama, is it spiritual?
It's considered to be leading to the final stages. It's more a spirituality. It doesn't relate to the body. If you're asking the question only relating to the body, if I don't have the chance to breathe, then my body doesn't exist anymore.
That's the most reasonable answer to that.
Yeah, this is. My teacher says, I breathe in, I breathe out, I don't breathe, it's finished. Whether we breathe or breath goes in and out by itself.
Colors, colors, colors.